Alright guys, now we're going to go over the course shock guides. As you all know, Waluigi Circuit is a major LUT-based course, so this is most definitely a course where you want to hold the lightning until third lap, unless nobody has any Uber items, which is highly unlikely. So the bagger's position in this course should be to obtain lightning immediately and let others get Uber items and hold it. This is the only part of the race where target shock would be helpful, as you'll see Toadette's face going on the inside of the loop. Everybody else is going around her. That means obviously she's taking the shortcut. So unless she has a star, then Gold Shrooms and Trip Mush is just going to screw somebody over if they get target shock there. So here on the second lap, I just kind of stomp a little bit to let other people pass me in just a moment, to show you that once you get lightning, make sure everybody can get their Uber items, get going in front of you, get ready to go. I also tried to make sure somebody was getting some Uber items so I could show you, like right here, Bullet Bill, shock him, and you can see that he just keeps going. Toad's totally got some major speed on him. Brought him up a couple spots there. That one really wasn't nothing to brag about, but just to show you. Here I'm just letting some people try to get some stars so I can show you some more just how much of an advantage it is to shock them while they're in their Uber items, as if you didn't already know, but still. It's a shame these guys don't take that shortcut, so I could have shown you what it's like to shock them once they are actually in the sand pit, but someone gets a star here. I can't remember who. But essentially that's it to it. There's really not much you can do about Luigi except hold those Ubers and then spam some lightning like this. Alright, going on to Moo Moo. Again, not much here. Main thing you need to do is keep your eye on this shortcut. It's a little bit harder to see, but you'll see the top of Toadette's head is on the bottom of the course there. So if they're taking the shortcut, that's one way to tell. I'll show you again here in just a second. Watch Birdo. She gets the star, lightninged. She takes off. She gets quite a few number of spots ahead. She comes up about 4 spots. Again, here's the shortcut with Toadette's head on the bottom of the course. You can see, when you can see the top part of the course or any of the course above their head like that, they're taking it. That's another good spot for shock. I'll get you a better one right here. You can see it go over the first circle, bam, right there. They'll fall down in the grass and they'll slow down because the off-road terrain. This one is pretty important. Mushroom George, as I like to call it, has tons of shock points. That one is one of them. I nailed Toad. That one's not really as important as the one that's up here. This one up here is the biggie, and I'll show you specifically which spot. Now, with online, there's a little bit of lag when you use the lightning, but on one player, when I'm doing it here, I have to get it on the dot when they're over the gap. Right now, just keep your eye on Wario. I tried to get him there. He spins and keeps going. Just keep watching him for a few seconds. I don't really get him. It's Diddy Kong you're going to pay attention to in just a moment. But you see towards the end, right there where Wario is, that's your spot. Watch, I think I nailed Toad. Okay, now watch Diddy Kong. He's the one that's going to get it the most here. Everybody's just getting shot. Diddy right there. He falls. He goes back. I got Peach there as well. Just keep watching for Diddy. Got a couple more of them there. Alright, here comes Diddy again. Same spot. Got him again. So that particular spot is the best spot right here. See, I got Boo right there as well. That's the best spot. For some reason, it just works better than all the others. So I'm going to show you exactly where that spot is when you're racing it, so that if you're ever in first or you're afraid of target shock, if you have an Uber item, you're probably going to want to activate it right here, lightning. Right there. I'll show you another one here. On the second and third laps, if lightning has not been used and we don't have it, it's better to go this way, because you can get target shocked on that spot where the other mushrooms are. It's not as easy, but it's still a safer route to go this way. Princess Peach goes the other way, and you'll notice I try to shock her in this big gap, but it doesn't quite work out. So keep watching down that same spot where I was getting Diddy last time. And I just start getting people more and more right there, trying to get it perfect. They have to be right above that spot on one player. Right there, get Toad and Bowser. They go back. I think I get Luigi there. No, he keeps going. But that's your number one spot. For some reason, I get everybody else along the way, but that one spot is the hot spot. See, I got Toad and Bowser on top of each other at the same spot again. And just to reiterate where exactly that spot is, I'm going to show you one more time. Right here. Now, all those other gaps, you can still get people pretty good, but I'm going to safely say that that one spot is probably the best bet. As you can see, I got like 7 or 8 people there. I mean, over and over and over. Again, take the left way to avoid target shock on that one set of mushrooms. Watch Wario. Try to get him on the first one. He keeps going. You got to take into consideration the spin slide that they do too when they get hit by lightning. Watch Wario in front of me. There he goes. See, I got Princess Peach. She's going back. It's not quite at the same spot. I think I get Wario here again at the end. No, he made it too far. No, I got him. And you get the gist. Nobody's going to go that other way that Bowser Jr. is going, and Boo that other way. Nobody ever goes that way. See, nailed Toadette and the next to last one there, but that puts them over on the other side if you get them on that last jump. Toad's Factory. This is a good shock spot where the squishers are, I guess you could say, but it's really based on luck because you can zap them and then they'll spin right underneath the smasher and get smashed. So this one isn't really the best spot to target shock. It can be done, but not really recommended. These escalators up here, the sideways ones, they work pretty good. They're not quite as reliable. You can send people off onto the other side if they get stuck on here, especially if they hit a box and then get shocked. And then the other ones around the corner aren't even worth mentioning because it's just useless. Okay, pay attention to where Baby Daisy's head is in this area because that's where the mud is. I'm going to get in better detail in the next couple of laps, but that is the best place for Toad's Factory on target shock. Again here, trying with the escalator or the smashers. Can't quite get him. I almost get Toadette right here, but it didn't work out too well. Okay, now up here, I think this is the lap I get Bowser Jr. Let me see. I keep trying to show you that it can be done if done correctly. I want Bowser. There's Bowser Jr. Yeah, he goes off right there. So that one is also a little risky. A lot of luck based in that one. Right here. Okay, see where Baby Daisy's head is? This is where the mud begins on the mini-map. Now, you want to shock them in the middle of the mini-map, right about there, because that's when they're crisscrossing back and forth across the speed ramps. You don't want to shock them when they're right about to get to a speed ramp, but rather when they're in between one and the next. So that's the best spot. It has to be. We'll show you right here from the rear view. Alright, I'm kind of in the middle, more towards the end, but you'll see that as you start getting people that are behind you at this spot, they get stuck in the mud much more frequently. And this is an excellent place to use those Uber items, of course. But that is Mushroom Cup Shock.